everybody. This sponsored Saturday is brought to you by the wonderful Sunbasket. Sunbasket is an awesome service that delivers to your door awesome recipes, fresh ingredients, and really, really good meal options for you if you're trying to start eating healthy, cooking a little bit, but maybe you don't want to spend too much time on it. And in general, if you're looking to be a little bit more nutritious in an easier way. You can go to getsunbasket.com/GB to get $80 off your first 4 weeks of food. So that's $20 each week. You get a full recipe book full of beautiful recipes, and you can pick pretty much any diet under the sun that suits you and your lifestyle. All of their food is organic and non-GMO. However, you can also choose vegetarian, vegan, pescatarian, diabetes-friendly, paleo, the list goes on and on. So all you do is go ahead and sign up. You choose your plan, so how frequently you get your foods, and if you want 2-person meals or 4-person meals. And then you choose your diet options, so if you're a vegetarian or paleo, etc. And then you pick your menu, so what you want to arrive each week. And bada bing, bada boom, you are on your way to a delicious cooked meal, and they never take more than 30 minutes. Trust me. Just recently I made a lamb flatbread. It was so fancy and so delicious and so easy. What I really do like about Sunbasket is that everything that they're sending you is recyclable, compostable. So if you're worried about the excess waste, Sunbasket really goes above and beyond trying to make sure that everything they send you is not harsh on the environment and not too much waste just everywhere. So that's something that I really appreciate. So if you want to check it out, try it for yourself. Go to getsunbasket.com/GB to get $80 off your first 4 weeks of Sunbasket, $20 each week. Thank you so much for watching. Hey. No, welcome in, welcome in. Are you just signing in today? Oh. You are here for your free consultation. Okay, great. Awesome. Did you sign up online? You did. Okay. Let me get my book. Yeah, I prefer to write everything down rather than type it. What's your name? And your appointment was exactly now. I don't even have a watch on. Awesome. So I have you down for a bit of nutritional info, as well as maybe just some general fitness tips, wellness, maybe getting you more comfortable here at our facility, just knowing what you can use around and basically getting you jump started on your fitness journey. Awesome. Okay, that sounds really good. So the first thing is I want you to get a notebook. Yeah. One like this will be just fine. I really like ones with spirals because you can open them and lay them flat. Easier to write on than like one of those that has a real spine, like a book. So I want you to begin by really taking your time to organize, log, and evaluate everything that you're doing so that you can notice what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. And I will be able to take a look at it. And any of other trainers as well. That way, if you find yourself stagnating at any point, or if you want to make something, if you want to make some changes in a specific area and you're not really sure how, we'll have all of your information and what you've been doing up until then. That'll give us the information that we need to help you achieve your goals. So let's start with nutrition, shall we? Okay, so I don't want you to go on any sort of crazy fad diet, anything too restrictive, anything too, when it's too much and it's too strict, and people tend to fall off the horse really easily. It's really hard to jump right into it. It's really hard to say no to things that you've been eating your entire life. So instead, I just want you to start by making a few changes. Mostly just logging things that you're doing and being conscious of what you're putting inside your body. Yeah, because I think a lot of times, if you're in a rush, if you don't really pay attention, you could be eating some stuff that just really isn't good for you, or just eating too much of it. Yeah, you want to eat things that will fuel you, make you feel good, make you feel balanced and healthy, won't make you feel hungry or starving or like you've stuffed yourself, You want to be free to move, get to the gym, get through work, have time for hobbies, have time for friends. Yeah. So let's start with the basics, which is water. Now, I want you to be having at least 64 ounces of water a day. That's at least. That should be your baseline. And then depending on what kind of workout you do that day, if you sweat more, if you eat more salty foods, if it's really hot out that day, adjust accordingly. But 64 ounces is a really good starting point, especially if you're not used to drinking a lot of water. It took me a while to get to that point. So, the first thing I'll go over with you are your options for water bottles. So, I prefer water bottles that are a bit on the bigger side because they you like to fill them up a few times a day to hit your water goal. This is a Gatorade water bottle, and this one is super useful because the spout up here, you don't have to pop a lid, you don't have to use a straw, you don't have to do anything fancy. You just flip it, squeeze it, water comes out. This is really great if you are doing a lot of cardio. This is really great if you just like to, have a little quick sip before moving on. That's why I see a lot of athletes use this. They actually use it in football so they can get it between the helmets and stuff like that. So if you do any recreational sports that involve face masks or anything like that, this could be super useful. It's really nice, I think, to use on a hot day because you sort of get the residual splash of the water. Cool you down a little bit if you're running outside, doing drills on the soccer field or anything like that. You have your Gatorade water bottle. Next, here is an option, and this brand is called SIG. This is a stainless steel water bottle. You should not put hot things in this one, but it will keep your cold drinks very, very cold. It's got a screw off lid. Which just gives you an open top here. Some people like that because it's easier to drink a lot of water in a quick amount of time. Stainless steel is great because there's no plastic involved. Very easy to clean. It doesn't hold a stench very long, if that makes sense. You don't need to like leave your plastic water bottles lying around. They kind of get yucky. So stainless steel will come in handy. Again, this is a pretty big water bottle. I think this is, I want to say 32 ounces. Might be a little less. It doesn't say, of course. But again, you only fill it up a couple times a day and then you're done. I do have another sort of similar bottle. However, with these bottles, the Swell, you can actually do hot liquids as well. These come in a ton of different colors. Very open spout here. Very clangy. I find them a bit too heavy for my personal taste. People really like them. This might be better if you need something sturdy that'll last through the day. Maybe not while you're working out, but maybe while you're sitting at your desk or something like that. However, in that case, I might go with something that has a straw. When you're sitting down and you're just absentmindedly working, if you have a water bottle with a straw in it, you will drink more water. Oh yeah. So this is the blender bottle. Just comes with like this little wire ball. And you use it, you can shake it up and mix powders and things in here. So what I usually do, and the most common thing to mix in, is a type of protein powder, and that's going to depend on what your personal needs are. Whether you want whey protein, whether you are looking for a specific type of protein, if you want a vegan protein, if you want anything extra in it. This could be an entire conversation just about protein powders. This is a 100% whey protein powder. I would recommend this to start unless you have any concerns. What you do is you just take a scoop, and this one's chocolate, so can't go wrong with that. Unless you hate chocolate, in which case there's the door. So you put this in. And you can put this in smoothies too. Especially if you're not used to protein powder, just mixing it up in your water straight away might not be your favorite thing. So you want to make sure the lid is nice and tightly closed like that. You work on your muscles while you do that. Now I can't drink any right now because I have my lovely Invisalign in, but after you mix it up, pop it open, and I believe 1 scoop is 30 grams of protein. Yeah. So let's talk about macros. To keep it quite simple, what I talk about when I say macros is essentially the percentage of the types of food that you want to be eating a day. So the normal place to start, let me get you your paper here, is 50% carbs, 30% fat, and 20% protein. I personally have a tough time hitting the protein. So this is a percentage breakdown based on how many calories you eat a day. When you start, I don't want you to restrict what you're eating too much, unless you're about to have, like, you know, what you maybe think is, okay, this is enough. One slice of pizza is good, maybe not 5, etc. But what I want you to do is just track your calories. And if you're really interested in counting calories, again, that's a separate discussion we can have. I do know that that can be a bit tough for some people. It's not ideal for everyone at all. You do not have to count calories to be healthy or to lose weight or to gain muscle. I found it very helpful for periods of time, but I don't do it all the time. So just in general, you can download an app like MyFitnessPal and just track what you eat in a day, maybe for about a week, and see where you're coming in on your calories. Is it not enough? Is it too much? Or do you feel tired? Do you feel bloated? And MyFitnessPal will also help you track your macros. So you're going to see how much of what you're eating are carb-based, fat-based, protein-based. And you need all three. There are a bunch of diets out there that will cut one out, amplify one, and again, that is a total separate discussion. It could totally be right for you depending on your goals and your timeline. But I'd like to start you on this, unless you have any objection to that. Okay, so let's give you some examples of good carbs. Now, the things that I want you to be trying to eat are oatmeal, brown rice, sweet potatoes, quinoa, pumpkin, that sort of thing. And what a lot of people don't realize is that fruit has a lot of carbs in it as well. It's not just bread. Apples, bananas, blueberries are really good for you. The best fruit for you, I would say, with the least amount of sugar, is going to be strawberries and raspberries. In terms of low carb vegetables that give you high nutrition, you want to go for broccoli, kale, spinach, onions, carrots, etc., etc. You like any of those? Okay, good. In terms of protein, you can do the protein powders like I just showed you, but supplement that and always eat more if you can. More like eggs, chicken, fish, steak. Greek yogurt is my favorite protein in the morning, especially. I don't really like eggs. No, I know, it's actually really difficult. Like I said, I usually have problems hitting my protein goal. But then in terms of fat, those are things like nuts, flaxseed, avocado, olive oil, even like dark chocolate. Yeah. So it's not about, like, you know, some people hear carbs or fat and they freak out. But all food is made up of something, and food is good for you and it fuels you. And, you know, it's best to know what you're eating on purpose to make sure that you're getting nutrients and that you feel nice. Yeah. So I'm going to have you do that. And basically, again, track your calories. And if you have anything like a fitness watch, you know, Fitbits or Apple Watches, any of those things, those are really good for tracking your calories throughout the day. So they'll count. So for example, you burn calories just by living. And that depends on if you have an active lifestyle, you know, if you're a construction worker versus a secretary. And that's going to depend on your height, your age, your weight, all those things. And you burn calories just by existing. Then you're going to burn calories on top of that by doing exercise. Yep, things like cardio, lifting weights, playing sports, etc., etc. And those are going to contribute to your deficit. So if you're trying to lose weight, you need a deficit. So that's sort of the calories in, calories out theory. Sometimes people get confused because they think, okay, if I eat 1,500 calories, I have to burn 1,600 calories in order to have a deficit. But they think that the 1,600 calories has to come from working out, when really you're going to burn well over 1,000, 1,500 calories a day just by existing. My workouts usually run about 400 to 500 calories. Sometimes less. Yeah. So, and you really only need a deficit if you are actively trying to lose weight, which should be done slowly, carefully, about half a pound a week. It's pretty reasonable. Yeah, nothing crazy. You don't want to crash diet. You don't want to starve yourself or anything like that. I will give you a tip though, one of my favorite things that I do personally, and again, maybe not for everybody, but I personally like to, is I work out first thing in the morning. And why I do that is because I like to work out in a fasted state, which means that I haven't eaten since the night previous, so at least 6 hours, and my body is ready to burn, its stores and what it has before. So instead of waking up, eating a breakfast, going to work out, and just burning off exactly what I just ate, I like to just have a little bit of black coffee in the morning, and that's what I use as my pre-workout. Now, you certainly do not have to use instant coffee. It's just that we have at the gym. I'm trying to get us a nice Keurig or something. You can brew it at home, etc. I really love to just have my morning cup of coffee while I look over my emails, get dressed, and head to the gym. And then I get a little burst of caffeine, and I feel much better during my workouts. And then when I'm done, I go home and I eat a nice hearty breakfast with lots of water, of course. So, in terms of that, you also probably have heard a lot about pre-workouts and supplements and things like that. Other trainers here, they use C4. This is a type of pre-workout. Actually makes your fingers tingle. Apparently it's normal, but I don't use it too often. If you have any questions about pre-workout or anything like that, I can definitely call another trainer over here. You can see it's blue. Powdery. I prefer just a little bit of caffeine. Some people like a little bit more. There are a ton of supplements and things to look into, but I believe that this pre-workout would break my fasted state and not give me the workout that I wanted. So I stick with the coffee, the black coffee. Yeah. Okay. So, speaking of supplements, etc. If you are not on anything already, and certainly talk to your doctor, but getting a good multivitamin certainly is a great way to fill in the gaps of anything you might be missing. Exactly. So I am B12 deficient. I take B12 pills every single morning. And this supplement has B12 in it, so I had to make sure to ask my doctor if it was okay if I took it. Yeah. But this will give you vitamin A, C, D3, E, B6, some folic acid, vitamin B12, biotin, iodine, zinc. Yeah. This is the one that I do take. I prefer the gummies. Kind of like a little snack. You just take a few every day. And on top of eating healthy, that should help fill in some of the gaps in specific nutrients that you might be lacking that certain day, but it's definitely not something that you should use to completely fill in for something that you're missing, if that makes sense. Yeah, and it's totally up to you if you want to do that. Yeah. How are we on food? Are you following me so far? Fantastic. A couple more tips that I have for you. Smoothies, of course, if you want to use your protein powder that way. We at the gym do have a magic bullet that you can use if you want. What you do is you fill up your ingredients here. You can bring it to the gym. I bring frozen fruit all the time, a little bit of milk, a little bit of my protein powder, and this comes with the blender blades. You turn it, and you get a nice smoothie, single serving, without having to clean a blender. So feel free to use this anytime. You can just come up to the counter and ask for it. We don't leave it out just because it has blades and it's, not too clean to just leave it out, but if you ever want to use it. And the last thing that I would recommend getting is a food scale. Now, this is going to come in handy in the beginning when you're trying to understand how much a certain serving is. A lot of the times we go our whole lives, you just pour a whole bowl of cereal and you eat it, and that's fine. But if you're trying to understand what you're eating, what's going in your body, measuring out and weighing the serving size, you can start to see what a serving is supposed to look like, so you know how much you're having. Yeah, this has been really helpful. You just turn it on, you put your container on the top, and then you want to press the on button again, and that will turn the weight to 0. So you can add things into the container, and it will only weigh what you're trying to weigh. Yeah. You can change the unit from grams to ounces or pounds, which is really useful. And it's so simple to use. Very, very simple to use. Okay. I believe that is everything that I need to tell you about your nutrition sort of plan that we have going on here. Again, nothing crazy. If you do have any specific questions, this is my email. If you're like, hey, what's a good carb to eat? I need a bit more of that today. Or, asking about what might be nice to eat after a certain workout, you can totally email me. I work at the gym quite frequently, and if I don't get back to you, I can have another trainer as well, if you're okay with that. Okay, great. Moving on. Did you want me to go over any of the gym equipment? Okay, so if you're interested in doing things at home to supplement your gym workouts, do you come here for classes? So we have the classes. We always have our cardio machines open, the treadmills, the ellipticals, the bikes, etc. And then you can also take home equipment. Yep, you can rent it out, bring it back. It's just like a library. A library of fitness. So if you're looking for more things to, you want to do stretching, a little bit more recovery. Okay. Yeah, sometimes that's nice to do in the comfort of your own home, in front of the TV. You just spent forever at the gym and you just want to get out. I totally get that. I do a lot of my recovery, stretching, rolling at home. Let me show you what I have that you can check out. First, we have our hand rollers, which are just rollers that you use by hand. This one has 4 foam blocks that essentially don't move. They may have moved at one point, but you just hold on to either side and you want to take this and roll it on the muscle. So this is really, really good for your legs, your hamstrings, your quads. You can certainly use it on your calves. You can use it on your abs. You can probably use it on your back if you try hard enough. But these in particular, and I'm going to show you another one, are great for your legs. If you're a runner. The other one that I have is a plastic one called the Stick. Yes, it's very aptly named. It just has white plastic beads instead. Once again, handles. You can roll it on quads, hamstrings, again, abs, back, calves, arms. But you get a lot of like nice control with it, and it's not too much. It's not too painful. So if you want to do that one, I prefer the plastic beads to the foam beads personally. But you can try them both out and let me know what you think. The big roller, let me actually get for you. Now this is a full-size foam roller, and there are a lot of different techniques that you can use with the foam roller. You'll be using it most likely on the ground, and you use your body weight to sort of put pressure on your individual muscles that you're rolling out. This is great for your back, your shoulders, your side, every part of your leg. And this is something that we can go over actually how to use if you have time. Otherwise, no problem. If you know how you want to use it already, you are free to take it home with you. This is great to use when you are just watching TV and feeling a little sore, a little tight from the workout. Oh, it hurt. It can hurt. It really does. But it's like a good hurt. Yeah, it's like when you stretch something or pop your shoulder, and you're just like, ooh. Yeah, that's the foam roller to me. We can also rent out a mat. These are quite plush. Just in case you have hardwood in your home, maybe you like to work out outside on your balcony, do some yoga, do some stretching, take it to the beach. As long as you renew it every week, you can feel free to keep taking it out, as long as you're an active gym member. Yeah, sure, you could take this today. Absolutely. Just mark that out. Okay. And last but not least, for stretching, we have our rubber purple lovely little bands here. So this isn't a band, and it actually doesn't connect, but it's really good for stretching. It will provide you tension that you don't necessarily get just doing body stretches. You can put it under your foot, pull up. Really good for calf stretching. Again, if you would like to go over some certain techniques, if there's anything in particular that's bothering you, They're very popular. We also have the bands that are actually looped. And these not only are good for stretching, but also really good for doing some body weight workouts. If you're doing sort of squat walks or anything, maybe bridges, adding a band around your legs, around your either calves or your thighs, that's gonna add resistance to your workout and really, really change the results that you're getting in a good way. Yeah. So you feel free to take one of those home as well. We also do offer a few weights. We do have extra 5-pound weights if you want to bring these home at all. These are good to rent out. This is just good for if you need any sort of extra resistance on sort of like the smaller muscle groups. Maybe doing arm raises, doing them to the front or to the side, to the front, bend over and really at a 40-degree angle, pull your arms back. You'll feel your muscles right here, your tiniest shoulder muscles. 5 pounds suddenly feels like a lot, let me tell you. But these are also great to take on walks if you're doing any sort of low resistance training, things like that. Oh, I almost forgot. We have our little lacrosse ball here, and this is for very pointed pressure rolling. So this is something that can go behind your shoulder blades or maybe right in a knot of your leg, etc. The smaller the surface area, the more it's going to really dig in there. So make sure you know what you're getting into if you use this as your roller. Yeah, maybe start with the big foam roller first. I had to offer it. We'll also give you your timer. So if you're ever doing workouts at home and it calls for a certain amount of time, that will help you as well. So in terms of your workouts, I want you to be doing our classes 3 times a week. Then I want you to do low resistance training, so something like walking, jogging, swimming. Walking really is fine, yeah. 3 times a week. And then I want you to rest 1 time a week. We're going to do that for 8 weeks and then reevaluate. All of the classes are going to have a bit of strength and a bit of cardio, so a bit of high intensity interval training. We'll always do stretching at the end, but you can do extra at home. You can do your low intensity workouts on the same day as class if you want to, as long as you're getting in 3 of them a week. So we're going to couple that with the nutrition that we talked about. And I think that you're going to start seeing some really good results. What do you think? Do you have any questions at all? Because we can go over them. I can absolutely refer you to another trainer here who might be more apt in answering specific questions. Okay, great. Well, fill up your water bottle. Are you taking a class today? We have a couple more spots left in the upcoming class. I'm not teaching it, but oh no, you'll like who is. I promise. Okay. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you. Again, you have my email if you have any other questions. Or if you're ever just at the gym, flag me down. Would love to come over and help you out. If you have anything else that you needed. Good? Okay. Well, thank you so much for allowing me to help you on your fitness journey. I hope that this is a good, inspiring start for you. And that you have a good time. Start starting to change your lifestyle. It feels good, I promise. Okay. Well, go enjoy your class, and I'll see you around the gym. All right. Bye-bye.